Hey there, friends of FallCon, it's Darren here with our next unboxing video. It is time for Fallout Shelter, the board game. This game is part of the FallCon Gaming Library, sponsored for this year by Eastridge Games. Check them out at ergames.ca. Fallout Shelter is designed by Andrew Fischer, published in 2020 by Fantasy Flight Games, and the art, unfortunately, was not credited. I suspect mostly because it's all Bethesda art and there's a whole team there. My apologies for any mispronunciations or misunderstandings. According to the publisher, Fallout Shelter is a game for 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, and it plays about 60 to 90 minutes. It's probably on the back of the box. It's not. There it is. See? I promised you I wouldn't lie. At the time of recording this video, on Board Game Geek, Fallout Shelter has a rating of 7.3 and a weight of 2.12. It is currently ranked 2,800 or so overall with over 400 ratings. The elevator pitch is, Vault Dwellers compete to become the overseer of their vault. Mechanically, this is a worker placement action selection game. And obviously, this is taking place in the Fallout universe. So it will get a lot of people to want to play this just on the IP involved in the game. So the game box is about that big. It feels like tin, but it looks like it has a cardboard wrapper. Let's pop it open and see what's going on. Not a huge fan of tin, but I think thematically this is trying to be a lunchbox. It's got a little handle on there. So yeah, it has a little cardboard oversleeve that I don't think is going to last because, well, it just won't last. So let's see if I can get into this box. Oh, it is not as childproof. It's not hinged. That would have been cool. But it is just a tin box with a, let's see if I tilt it maybe. It's got a little bit of embossing on it for the mountain and the people. So it's still pretty cool. I always leery about tins because they're very dentable. And things get damaged in transit with our library. We have a rule book. It is 12 pages. It is obviously sized to fit the box, so it's 4 by 6, maybe a little bit bigger. We have an event. The Overseer is dead. Bunch of what the components are in the box, in the tin. I'm going to call it a box, okay? Hopefully you guys can forgive me. Very graphically, the Fallout IP is on all the art and all that. We have setup. We build the vault. We choose some colors, so everyone has a player color. We create a supply, create some tracks, and we figure out who the first player. First player in this game is who was most recently underground. And now you're ready to start playing. Well, I have to finish unboxing first. How to play the game, what happens, you place a dweller, what resources are in the game, and we're all looking for happiness, aren't we? We're going to take happiness from supply. I didn't know you could get a supply of happiness, but that's also sounds like awesome. We have new dwellers. Do we actually play on the box? Oh, they just go back into the box. Never mind. I thought it might be using the box in the game. First player icon is a nice little ribbon. We have items. We have how to build a room. Cool. We have training. We're going to get better at things we do. We have special, SPECIAL spaces. I've never actually played the Fallout game, so I may be missing some of the really cool things that are embedded from the video game. Your mileage may vary more. I'm hoping this is a good game on its own. We have threats, and we have fighting and injured dwellers. How to end when the game ends, when somebody builds their 6th room on their level of the vault, or the threat deck runs out. And then we have tiebreakers. We have a whole bunch of credits from Fantasy Flight and Bethesda and the playtester list. And our icon reference. Only one in the game, but it's big enough that we might be able to just leave it out and everybody can use it. And I'm hoping that it gets clearer as you play. Let's have a look at what else is in the box. we have some punch boards, wrapped in shrink, of course, because why would you make it easy for me? I understand humidity and all that, but I want to be able to show you guys this without spending 30 seconds trying to tell you that, hey, it's wrapped in shrink. All right. Sorry about that. There are 2 punch boards from the looks of it, and they're basically the same. 4 different player mats and happiness, and the first player marker, and the proof of purchase for those of you that need to know that we bought this game and we proved it. On the back side, basically the same thing. We have player colors. They're not all that complicated. They're very clear. I can tell them all apart, which is great. And they're decent thickness. They don't seem to be too flimsy. There's 2 sets here. I'm really happy with the quality of the components, of the punch boards at least. Let's see what we have. We have dwellers. We have 4 different dwellers. I'm going to open up one set of dwellers in my favorite color, yellow. And I'm going to tell you that all the dwellers are identical except for color. And if I can get up really close, you can see we have that Fallout guy, the ubiquitous Fallout guy with a flower. Maybe the other guys have, no, they all have flowers. Okay. It's the same guys on the artwork. They're tiny, like I mean super tiny, but it may work for the game. You have 2, 4, 7 of them per player, and in red, blue, pink, and yellow colors. That's probably white, but you know, I'm going to call it pink for now until somebody comes over with. These are what they said were happiness cubes. These are an opaque, yellowish, greenish cube. They're tiny, but they're solid, and they have rounded corners, so they're nice. There's a whole bag of these. It's really hard to see because I can't seem to get glare to not exist and still be able to see the game. Last, not last, there's more stuff hiding underneath. We have cards. I like cards. Cards are easy to get into. We have cards. Well, I knew that because we have vaults. So we have a vault, I think, or a room on a vault or a building. It is a nuclear reactor. Lots of lightning bolts. I'm guessing that's energy or power. It's a resource in the game, I'm guessing. There's a couple of nuclear reactors. We have a garden. Oh, look, it looks like a food symbol. And, yeah, there's a whole stack of these. There are different colors, 2 different colors of boards. Let's have a look at these. Maybe these are super powerful. Oh, these might be outdoors. This is the wasteland, the vault door, the vault entrance, water treatment, the diner. Maybe this is all outside. I don't know. But 2 piles of cards. Very cool. What's left in the box? We have some dice. Well, they're nice 16 mil red embedded indented dice, rounded corners. They're very nice. Good heft to them. They're not super light. And lastly, we have Hobbit cards, I call them, or Fantasy Flight's famous really tiny cards with really tiny writing. Let's see what we got in the box, in the package. All right, we have, oh, interesting. These are clear. I'm going to have to show you guys these. So, this fire card, this must overlay on a card because it's a clear card with printing on it. We have fire. Maybe if I did this and put that over it, this room is on fire. I don't think there'd be a happy face on a room on fire, but hey, your mileage may vary. There's a bunch of these cards, so these must be like a disaster or something, or rad scorpions, glowing ones. These are all sorts of different things. There is a set of clear cards. And then we have smaller versions of those other cards. We have the blues. There's presents. Yeah, different types of icons on these cards. Oh, look, this is must be item equipment. You can have military fatigues, and it has stuff that'll do for you. It's clothing. We have a weapon. a plasma pistol that does stuff. And these must be special tools. They have tool places. Maybe this is the player board start because these are 4 different player colors. All right. Well, we have the insert. And I know you guys are waiting for me to chuck this insert across the room. But for now, until I've played the game, it has really nice identifications for where everything goes. And if the tin lid locks decently, securely, maybe I'll leave that alone for now. And I guarantee you, if I don't like it after a game or two, I will Bazant the insert. I won't record it, but I will Bazant the insert. They got all sorts of the Fall art, Fallout guy art on the sides, and on the back, a secret view into the Fallout vault. Very cool. Where is my link? Let's talk about this game. So, why did I buy this? Well, I'd like to say I bought it because I'm a huge Fallout fan, and I wanted to see if we could find a board game that worked. Sure, we'll go with that. I bought Fallout Shelter for the library because it's an IP that is very popular. It looked like a light filler game, and it had a decent price point. I'll be perfectly honest. The game looks good, component-wise. I had some friends recommend that it might not be too bad of a game. A lot of IPs that aren't Star Wars or Game of Thrones coming out of Fantasy Flight don't necessarily get a lot of love, but this seems to be a pretty good game. And I'm a fan of the other Fallout game now that they've added a cooperative variant to play the game. So, yeah. So we have a Fallout game in the library, and I'm guessing that I might be able to lure some kids that are Fallout fans into playing a board game and shutting down their electronics for a little while. There, my current sneaky reason why I bought this game. Yeah. I want to thank you guys for coming to check out our unboxing video of Fallout Shelter, and thank Eastridge Games for sponsoring the library this year. Come and check out FallCon.com for more information about the convention and our meetups in the Calgary, Alberta area. Feel free to like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment, and I promise I will get around to answering it as quickly as possible. I'm Darren from FallCon, and I want to know, are you game? Thanks, and have a great day.